We are going to cover everything so that there is absolute clarity in what is going to happen. Now, as soon as the month starts, before that, 31st of March, Sun will enter into Revati Nakshatra. Okay, Revati Nakshatra is a nakshatra in Pisces and it is ruled by Mercury. So here, Sun demands you to be a little bit spiritual and little bit soulful during this time. If you can visit some temples or if you can go through, Rohiji, some of charity work, that is very, very good because Sun in Revati Nakshatra in the nakshatra of Mercury, and that nakshatra is supposed to be end of nakshatras, like, okay, it ends there. That is the nakshatra from where we see moksha. Ketu is also very, very prominent for 12th house, and it is sitting in the 7th house for you. Okay, so Ketu is also associated with a lot of things like spirituality, end of life, and moksha and everything. But here, Sun is in your 12th house, and 12th house means the house of loss. And Sun entering into Revati Nakshatra means loss also in some or the other way. May that loss be in a good way, like doing some charity and spending some money ourselves. Then Mercury will enter into Aries on 31st March. Okay, so Mercury is going from the 12th house to first house. It is going to be going there, and it is going to be conjunction, will get in conjunction with Rahu. Both the energies will be present. Now again, Mercury and Rahu together, it's a combination of brain and lot of brain. So that means it is not smart, it is over smart. Okay, some people or some may feel that, oh, we are over smart, like they will act like over smart, all the Aries ascendant people. So they need to be very careful at this time for decision making, because first house is the house of what you think and how you think and how are things set up for you, and what actions do you need to take. And when Mercury and Rahu comes together, Mercury is already the karaka of buddhi, brain, and everything, knowledge. And then Rahu is a very naughty planet. It is very, very intelligent, but it is very naughty, so it can make you take some bad different type of decisions. And when all this is happening, Venus will enter into Kritika Nakshatra. Okay, so it will enter into Kritika Nakshatra. There is a nakshatra of Sun, and it enters in Taurus only. So it is in Taurus. It is in own sign. That means lot of gains can be seen here. Maybe your over smartness can kill that gains, but your over smartness or proactiveness during this period will help you get lot of gains, and your bank balance or money will increase. Now here, because it is entered into that nakshatra and now it is entered into Taurus. That is what I was saying, that it enters into Taurus on April 6th. So basically between 3rd and 6th, it will be just on the border of first and second house, and it will be mostly it. Whenever, like 4 or 5 days ago, whenever a planet is supposed to be transiting, it starts giving the effect of the other house because complete energy has been shifted to that house. So as soon as Mercury will be in Taurus from 6th of April, lot of gains and lot of happiness in family because it is the own house for Venus. But here, understand one thing, that Venus is Maraka, like aggressively Maraka for this um, chart. For any Aries ascendant people, Venus is Maraka. So you have to be careful. See, it will give you money, bank balance, and all, but there can be little bit trouble in family life, and that life is related to your spouse, or maybe in business also, business partners, because see, Ketu is sitting in the other house of Venus here, and Ketu wants detachment. Ketu wants you to get separated. So many people will see, Rahu is here, Mercury is here, so many people will have a lot of different thoughts about their relationships. It should we continue, should we end it, what should we do? And on a good way, some people will start new relationships also. So there is a lot of things happening, but it all depends on the natal chart and the placement of planets on your natal chart. Other than that, Rohitji, if we move forward, one second, because now whenever I talk about natal chart, people will start asking that how do we contact you. So I just want to tell them that if you want
That's
to
what I was trying to say, but I don't want to interrupt. That band is missing. But in nutshell, we can say that people will Aries people going to get relief because last 16 days Mercury was debilitated in 12th house and they were feeling pain here. What is happening? Money is going draining and in bad way.
Rohitji, I have divided into days, 10 days, 10 days and 10 days, 30 days,
Very
because
good.
if I start explaining in such a way that no one will understand what is happening. It
And I
is
think
so
this is a double bonanza because people put, weekly horoscopes. You just did the monthly horoscope and divided this into three parts. This is
yeah,
also becomes kind of weekly
the
horoscope.
horoscope. Yeah. So, Rohitji, Venus enters Taurus. Okay, so Taurus people, everyone will have little bit of money gains, but Venus is Maraka for this house. But in the own house, Venus will not give you so much trouble. But still, you have to be very, very positive and very, very understanding in your relationships. That is where the challenge comes. Rahu is looking at the seventh house. Mercury comes here, looks at the seventh house. And anyways, Mercury is looking at a friendly sign only. Rahu is also looking at a friendly sign, but Ketu is sitting in the seventh house. That is a lot of detachment kind of feeling. Ruiji, from here now on the 8th of April, again after 6th of April, Mercury will enter into Bharani Nakshatra. Okay, Mercury will enter into Bharani Nakshatra, and Bharani Nakshatra is again the Nakshatra of Venus. It is a very, very good thing that Mercury is entering into Bharani Nakshatra because there will be lot of transformations in Aries ascendant. It is just preparing, the cosmic energy prepares you before there is something big that is going to happen. And that big happens after 10th of April. So Mercury enters into Bharani Nakshatra. Bharani Nakshatra is a nakshatra of Venus. And when Mercury enters Bharani Nakshatra, it is Bharani Nakshatra is always the nakshatra of transformation. It gives, it is that way that how a new birth is happening for you guys, a new life you have to start. That is what it says. Now, Luigi, this is for April 1st to 10th. These are all the events that are happening, and this is what the effect of the planets will be there on you. Now, just see, Luigi, that Saturn is sitting in the 11th house whole of this year, and it is putting its niche aspect on the first house. That means Aries is the most, most, what you say is most ups and downs of many things will happen in Aries only because lot of planets are coming there in March, in April. Dorojon, as soon as after 10th of April, Sun will enter into Aries on 14th of April 2023, and it will enter Ashwini Nakshatra, and it will get exalted there. Okay, Rohiji. So here Sun enters and gets exalted, and that is where you will feel most of the relief. Like you can't even imagine that kind of relief you will feel during this time.
I think there is one pain hidden in this relief because when Sun will join Rahu here,
Rahu.
then there is little
Yes.
pain also.
Yes, Ruiji, I was coming to that because the other thing, which the second point which I mentioned here is that Rahu, Mercury, and Sun conjunction in Aries. So exalted Sun will not, Rahu will not be able to harm Sun in any way possible, not even like a small way possible, because Sun is actually sitting with Mercury. It has double power. It is exalted and sitting with Mercury, and Mercury and Sun will be more powerful than Rahu here, sitting here. Rahu has grown very high on degrees and it has taken a lot of power here. But yes, because the energy of Jupiter is also somewhere coming here with a lot of force. So Rahu is will be under a lot of pressure with planets such as Sun, Mercury, and now that Jupiter also is trying to enter here. So not a big problem. Sun will come here, and all the overconfidence and everything which you were having and which could have led you to make wrong decisions here will come sort down, and you will try to be try to accommodate things in a better way in your life. Like decision making thing will be very, very good. Your body, if you are, because Mercury energy when it comes like this with Rahu, there's a lot of headaches for people, a lot of migraine kind of problems that will all solve. Your suddenly you will have a glow on your face and something, you will have a lot of confidence. And Rohitji, at the same time, Venus will enter into Rohini Nakshatra. Now, Rohini Nakshatra is Nakshatra of Moon, and Venus and Moon are not such good friends. Okay, they are. We cannot. I do not find anyone enemy, any planet enemy. They give the results of our karma, not anything, nothing else. So here, Venus will not be so comfortable. That means the Maraka position of Venus will come to be active. So you have to be very much understanding about your relationships and about your wealth. You have to make sure that you do not make any kind of wrong decisions during this time related to wealth or investments. You have to be very, very careful. See, Saturn in the 11th house in Satvishya Nakshatra already has given you a little bit of gains or maybe new job or maybe new opportunities. But here, depending on the natal placement of your Saturn and on Sadesati and all that other factors, it is also possible that Saturn has, or other planets, the movement of other planets might have given trouble related to Rohiji job loss also. Some people might have lost their job during the Satyabisha transit. And a very surprising fact is that on the day of Satyabisha transit, Facebook fired 10,000 people. So that is the planet. That is what planet does in life. Now, after April 20th to 30th of April, this is the time most, like, this is the most important time of the year, because a very big transit is happening. Transit of Jupiter will enter into Ashwini Nakshatra on 22nd April. Mars will enter into Punarvasu Nakshatra on 22nd of April. So see here, Jupiter enters into the nakshatra of Sun, and Mars enters into the nakshatra of Jupiter. Okay, so lot of things happening. And if we see here one more thing, Rohitji, that Rashi Parivartan, you see Mars is in the third house and Mercury is in the first house. So that means they have also done Rashi Parivartan here. This is also a yoga where Mercury will not trouble the people of Aries ascendant, the Aries sign, and Mars will not trouble, because otherwise, if Mars is sitting alone here, it means extreme hard work, extreme hard work. And since Mars is sitting in Ardha Nakshatra, it is a very aggressive nakshatra. But then Mars enters into Punarvasu Nakshatra, that is Nakshatra of Jupiter. Here it becomes very comfortable and it will give you a lot of wisdom. I'm coming on Jupiter coming into Ashwini Nakshatra. That is the most important thing that is going to happen. And during this time, on 26th of April, Venus will enter into Mrigashara Nakshatra. And Mrigashara Nakshatra again is Mars Nakshatra, and Venus is not comfortable in Mars Nakshatra as well. But it is still summer. That means no big fight with Mars, or nothing on that case. So it will not be comfortable, but it will not cause much trouble to people related to. But aggressive, you can be aggressive towards your family. That is the only problem that happens here. And then Sun will enter into, it will go from its exalt. It says that it is exalted in Aries, but no, it is exalted in Ashwini Nakshatra. It will move to the Nakshatra of Bharani, and that is the Nakshatra of Venus. So, lot of things happening. But the most important thing that is going to happen is Jupiter. Jupiter, being the biggest planet in this time, is going to be sitting in the first house and making a stellium like Jupiter, Rahu, Guru Chandal Yoga happens, starts. Surya and Jupiter and Budh and Jupiter. Budh and Jupiter, not good friends. Surya and Jupiter, okay, not so good, not so bad. They are friends, but they are not good friends. They are friends. And Rahu and Jupiter, again, there is problem. But because the energy of Jupiter in for this house means two things, that is transformation and that is dharma. Here Jupiter will engage you into more of dharma and karma related work, and that is what you should be doing. A very good time for Aries ascendant people, because the 12th house is getting empty. All the planets from 12th house are coming in the first house. So lot of loss and lot of isolation, a lot of court cases and a lot of hospital doctor visits, everything ends for you. And now after April, end of April, you will be so in a comfortable state, because Jupiter comes here, it controls Sun, it controls Rahu, it controls Mercury, and it controls Saturn's Drishti also. So overall, very good Rohitji transit for Aries ascendant, but little bit careful. The biggest disclaimer here is relationships. You have to be,
Yes. Relationship, because I think, as you told, that all planets are moving from 12th house, then definitely they are coming in the first house, and all drishtis, all planet have seventh aspect, so they
yeah,
will see the house of wife and
correct.
partner.